just something about Carolina blue that sets the tone for any matchup, and we are being doused in it right now in this light show to set the stage for this big clash. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Horned Frogs will get this season underway as toe meets leather. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tar Heels offense takes the field for the first time today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock and they're hard runners.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
They'll leave it with the lone back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
The Tar Heels look to keep this drive humming. Leaves it with the back. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Fires to the big fella. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for room. It's good. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So TCU's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And David, if you like big plays, and I know you do, and highlight real catches, and I know you do, we've got a guy for you on this offense.
Man, it's so fun to watch him, not for defensive coordinators and defensive players, but this is a guy that can make plays all over the field. He will be highlighted, just the speed, the playmaking, the catching ability. Jesse, he will make plays early and often.
Man, it is so nice as a quarterback when you have a guy like that lining up, because you can just throw it anywhere in his vicinity and trust he's going to find a way to get it done and make the catch. Even when he's defended, he is always open, and you're going to see him line up all over the field, and he'll get the ball in a variety of ways.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
The Horned Frogs will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll park it at the 39. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Handoff to the single back. Got the first down and more. He's up to 41 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. To the ground. He's got it again. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Lopez to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the right. Just a hair too much on him from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Got his man. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second. Back's going for the goal line. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. He's looking to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The 50. He's on the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, TCU. What a play. Not only the interception, interception with a great return for the score.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
The extra point here would tie the game. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this.
There he goes! Bulldozes his way through. He now has 72 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going to the running game. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Tar Heels decide to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Quick release on the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Fires a ball. Now it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time. Breaks into the open. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
Now, this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. Card in the backfield. It's good. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides for the second quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
Touchdown, Tar Heels! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Notre Dame went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Irish always get everyone's best punch, but today they took that punch and delivered a knockout of their own. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. There's the pressure. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Working that left side now. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Horned Frogs will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Give him 109 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. The running back has it. Hard running there. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DB.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. He breaks a tackle.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be 3rd and long.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
They boot it away on 4th down. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Lopez wants to fire. That's caught. It's shipped. Just has a knack of finding that crease and gets it down to the 41. And the Tar Heels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long, and here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Well, right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Punts it out of the air. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
This offense has become a 1st down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they're going to be gassed.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, 1st and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
Bringing the heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And now if I was the offense, I'd think about getting the football maybe out on the perimeter somewhere because you're getting beaten and eaten alive in the interior. You had a gain of no yards the last play. You just gave up a sack. Put your quarterback, put the football out on the perimeter in space.
Looking to get it in. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Field goal is good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Snags it quickly on the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
We'll give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Got his man. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
College football, man, there's so much speed on the field now. Your safeties are smaller, they're quicker, they're faster, they're more versatile than ever. They can rush the passer. You can send them at any time. Great job by the free safety, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the grab. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long, you're going to get the ball back, go get some water and celebrate.
He'll field the punt and take it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The short hands, it's Shep. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36. The Tar Heels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Rushes on him. Unleashes one. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down.
Looking for a deep man. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Lopez to pass. Flips it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
And the Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right on the money. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Horned with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got an open man. Breaks away on the left. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he's chased out of bounds at the 6-yard line, and they'll try to stick it in from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Toss to the outside. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Going for the big play. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far.
He's going to let it go. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Chapel Hill. What a fine performance we've seen. And this 2nd half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating 1st half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys there on Stadium Drive at Keenan Memorial.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Tar Heels will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the 1st half, and they might need even more production here in the 2nd.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Back to throw, it's Hoover. He's got him. And Boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on third down. Instead, they're staring at fourth.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's good.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle and shipped. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
They'll give it to the back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling in the game.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Lopez wants to fire. Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third down coming up after that completion. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
How about that job after the catch on a critical 3rd down? He's able to make people miss. He's able to use his speed. Ball was thrown out in front of him so he could advance it, and all of a sudden, this offense set up 1st and goal.
And the Tar Heels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, North Carolina! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Rides the back on the option, the give. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys. They've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback in the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big mess.
He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Leaves it with the running back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Lopez to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and running.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Oh, he's got a chance. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds his man, it's Barnes. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. The Horned Frogs in the hurry-up.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Got his man quickly. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Gives it to the back on the draw. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, you're thinking it might be pass, so the offense goes draw play, trying to fool you, but it didn't work. Defense wasn't tricked. They're able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got his man downfield. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. From the red zone, it's Barnes. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, TCU!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. Find some fresh air. There he goes. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. The Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Makes the grab. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. The give to the single back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And this D needs more of that, man. Like, this is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Lopez wants to fire. Gets it out quickly. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. To go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. The give to the back. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
I this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback, because you've got fourth, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
On fourth down, going to the air. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on first and goal, but they can also drain the clock. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be fourth down. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on fourth. Touchdown, UNC! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Picked off, what a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
And that just might do it, man. Offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires complete on the crosser. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. First down here for the offense. The hand to the running back. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
I think at this point in the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there, it didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Their pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He's going to throw deep right side. And here's the third interception of the night. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Makes his man miss. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And the Tar Heels are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll run for it on third and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
You haven't seen that happen too often tonight, taking a loss on a run. This guy's been special. He's been finding ways to get into the second level of this defense, and because of his talent and ability, that's a big reason why they've got the lead right now. You know that's not going to deter them that last play. They're going to keep hitting him with football.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions, got to go for it on fourth down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little shorter fourth down, but this offense has got to stay fast-paced and got to make some explosive plays.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Grabbed over the middle. It's James. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Backed up now. Here's second and long. fires to the left. At the 45 on his way. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo. Motion from the back. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Using the quick game. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And the Horned Frogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Love the individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure. Breaks into the open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Gets it past the marker. Touchdown, North Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Game 1, you want to come out and put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The give, and he's looking for room behind the left tackle. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here...
He lets one fly deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. Now from inside the red zone. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Horned Frogs after the big loss on the last play. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Give to the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the 1st week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. And if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.